Welcome to T.O. Fuller State Park, located in the southwest corner of the beautiful state of Tennessee. I am from Memphis, and so this place has always had a bit of a reputation. Not a good one, but I've had a lot of fun today and enjoyed it. If you're from the Memphis area, you know that you are allowed to make fun of Memphis, but if you're not from Memphis, we get greatly offended when you make fun of the same things that we make fun of. So it doesn't make any sense. But anywho, yeah, we're gonna have a great time today showing you all around the park, everything to do and see. So come along for the journey today. Well, it's time for another review, and we're going to begin as we do every week with natural beauty and wildlife. Being here in the middle of March, things were just starting to turn green. Got to see a lot of great, beautiful flowers starting to bloom, as well as some birds and squirrels and stuff like that. And being near the Mississippi River, I think it's a good representation of this part of Tennessee. I'm going to give natural beauty and wildlife a 5 out of 10. Up next is campsite layout. Now, Truman and I went on spring break, and as you can see here, it was about 25% full, which really surprised me. But the campground was small but nicely laid out. There was a playground there, they had laundry service for the weekend, and then something that I've never seen before, and that is locked bathrooms.
Operation failed.
But the roads were paved, everything was nicely laid out. You had your electrical, water, picnic table, grill, everything you would want, fire pit, and they also have a primitive camping area and just some seating for that part of the campground. So I'm gonna give campsite layout a surprising 7 out of 10. Up next is activities, and this category is worth a possible 20 points because that's why you go to state parks, to have fun and try new things. So this is a very interesting place. I've always heard, don't go to this park because it's dangerous. And while there is some despondency, especially like when you're coming in, driving through neighborhoods and stuff, you really kind of do feel like you're out in the middle of nowhere here at the park. There's a lot to do and a lot of nice new things, but at the same time there's a lot of old things here, and there's also just like a lot of trash and a lot of like poor landscaping and lack of upkeep, so kind of hard to describe. I kind of have some mixed emotions here. I want you to imagine for a moment that you were given 1,000 acres and you thought, wow, this is amazing. I have so many great ideas. And then 10 years later, you thought, oh man, I bit off way more than I can chew and I can't keep this up. That's kind of what it's like here. Apart from your normal day activity things like hiking and picnicking, they have a Native American museum which has some old Native American artifacts from this part of the state of Tennessee. They also had some models and little recreations of what life would have been like several hundred years ago. Now it's really kind of a hole-in-the-wall, tiny little museum with a little gift shop in it, and I didn't care for it too much, but behind it they have some of these old dirt mounds that were used by the local Native Americans hundreds of years ago. So you can learn all about why they were made and how they were made and where they were made there on site. And they also have a recreation of one of their houses from hundreds of years ago as well. So that was pretty cool. So Truman and I are leaving the mounds behind us. And this is, I believe, free and open to the public. So if you're here, come check them out and see some cool Native American history. There at the museum. It was $5 a person, and I paid it for me and Truman, and I don't think it was really worth it. It was just like some arrowheads and a little bit of pottery, but a lot of like remade stuff or new stuff that's like a gift shop being sold. So in my opinion, not quite worth it. But if you're over here, come check out the mounds, because the gate to it is open, and these are pretty cool, and you can really learn about the history. I was told the restrooms are about to get renovated at the Welcome Center, but for now, they get a 4 out of 10. Driving to the park is not the best, as you do go through some very rough neighborhoods, and being located in the far corner of the state of Tennessee, drivability gets a 4 out of 10. So I got to give a big shout out to the staff here at T.O. Fuller. They were all very kind, and then without even asking, the lady at the desk gave Truman a little stuffy, and it just made his day, so they get a 9 out of 10. Our next category is nearby amenities. Now here at the Visitor Center, I was told that the following week they were going to be renovating the entire place. And as you can see in the video, it looks very bare, and that's why. And so they had some stuff there like stickers and stamps and coffee and a few things like that, but town is not far away at all, just a few minutes, and you have the full breadth of the city of Memphis and all the attractions and eateries and things to do there. So nearby amenities gets a 5 out of 10. While I thought the park was overall pretty nice, it was not very unique. In fact, the most unique thing was probably this stray dog that I saw several times running around, so uniqueness gets a 2 out of 10. Up next is cost. It's very average and it gets a 5 out of 10. You put everything together and T.O. Fuller State Park gets a 54 out of 100. So some final thoughts on T.O. Fuller State Park. Did it live up to its reputation? I felt very safe here. I enjoyed my day here. I thought it was a pretty cool place. It is a little bit neglected. I feel like if they had a few more staff people just to pick up trash and a couple maintenance guys to really maintain the landscaping and the down tree branches and the infrastructure, then this place would be really, really cool. So who is this park for? I would say a few different people. One, I would say anyone who's coming through Mississippi up 55. It's really just right off the interstate and down the road just a few minutes. So someone passing through town, I would encourage you to come here and camp here. The campground was much smaller than I thought it was going to be, but I'm here on spring break on a Friday, and I would say they're probably 25% full, so not very full at all. So you're gonna have some seclusion and some privacy here. And I think if I lived in Memphis, then this would be a great place to come to just for the day, especially during the summer, with the splash pad for the preschoolers, the giant swimming pool for everyone else, some nature hiking trails. There's a lot to do, and so I think this is a pretty cool place. It does have a little bit of a reputation, but I don't know, I enjoyed my stay. It was cool.